Guess maybe if Leafman didn't refer you or recommend you, that kind of hurt your resume. But Old Refugees on the other side with Raid, 2K, one of the best flanks in the tournament. Obviously, there's a lot of good flanks. He's just one of them. Carnage, been playing pocket super well on Polemos. This team is clicking on all cylinders. I still favorite them today, but who knows? And I'm here with Ray. What's up, Ray? It's that's kind of the theme of this tournament too. Is let me get in. I'm at 2 minutes. You want to count it down? All right. It's all good. All right. Wait, you don't hear Ray? Wait, how do you know Ray's? Oh, because I said Ray's here. Duh. Okay, we're gonna resync. Wait, are we? So, yeah, something's wrong. I just changed my audio to make it better. What's going on? Oh, I see what's wrong. My Discord thing, I run it now all through not my desktop audio, but it's not picking you up. That's weird. What's going on here? The banana voice voice meter. Why did it why did it break? It just worked earlier. I just cast it and it was fine. Desktop audio disabled. Okay. Man. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, I'm just gonna try adding the Discord application again. Discord 2. Try talking.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Okay,
2, 3.
now it's working. I don't know why the other one broke. You guys can hear him now, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. MP.
It's so weird how things work and then they don't. Um, let's
All
sync
right.
at 2:30, I guess.
Okay. I'll be there in a sec.
All
All
right, I
right. You count us down
paused.
this time.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so back to this map. Why am I drawing a blank on the freaking map?
Oh,
Wow.
Frozen Cove.
Frozen
Frozen
Cove.
Cove.
Wow, I just drew the
Well,
fattest blank ever.
dude, I think we gave up calling this map by its actual name. We just say, I think, the inbreed between Baltic and Team Acropolis.
Right,
Yeah, I think that's what we refer to it by, because nobody remembers
Baltopolis.
Frozen Cove. Yeah. We're not
Or
that creative. We haven't gone to the point where we started syncing it up to one name. But anyway, it's an interesting map. There's definitely, as long as everybody spawns with 4 deer. I don't know if you saw. I guess we only uploaded the Rex that were successful, but I think it took us a solid 4 starts or so for everybody to spawn with all their deer.
gosh.
So we basically had like 4 or 5, or yeah, I think like at least 4 admin rees.
Okay, I've had 2 admin reads myself casting this map, so it is busted. That's kind of annoying.
The
But
funny part is that like at first like people were scared and they weren't sure, like maybe I just didn't scout properly, right? But after the like second or third time that it happened in a row, where like it doesn't even matter if you have deer. Like we had hider check from the spec screen and make sure that we had permission from the enemy team. But at one point we just stopped caring. Everybody's like, okay, if it looks like an admin, we're just gonna read. Like eventually this will spawn with all the deer.
the
Anyway, it is an interesting map. Yep.
That's funny. You guys are like, okay, we trust the Reed. No one's trying to abuse
Yeah.
Reeds at all. It's just everyone wants a fair map.
At this point, like at some point, you just want the game to start. It's like you've been drafting for an hour, and so forth.
Right.
Anyway, about the game though. So Nezar went Huns, and as much as I love Huns, the one thing that I think is going to be hard for Nezar is getting good walls up in front of his base. Teal over there,
That's a good
because
point. No house
yeah.
walls.
So my guess is that they were thinking about going aggressive from the start.
Yeah, and he also has the awkward kind of further from his teammate spawn. Not that much further, but he is further.
Look at
And
the
yeah.
yep. Look at the efficiency from Carnage on his lumber camp. As I say this, a villager has to walk all the way around to actually
Oh
get to it.
gosh. And the
But
next
it
one's
will,
okay. There,
yeah, it will be good in the long term though.
it's got good angles for all of them, for sure. It's almost like two wood lines with one lumber camp. Well, I guess it is two.
Sean
And
says he likes Hans Berbers and Hindustanis. Yeah, perhaps. Gurjaris, though. I don't know. Gurjaris. Super camels everywhere running around. That really screwed us up, at least.
it feels like they're playing it similar. Um, Scouts, maybe from both sides. One has the Hindustani bonus, one has Turks, Magyars, maybe one in the middle FCs. I'm not sure yet. Who's the middle? Miparan? He may FC. I think they did that last time, the old refugees.
I think this makes sense, but if Muparan is going to wall or start the team wall, this is going to be really hard for Nezar to actually get all the wall across. Like, how does Nezar even wall this off in a
Right.
reasonable
I
way?
I think it's why opening feudal at least with two players is good because it can buy time. Scouts may
Yeah.
still get in because the other side's probably going scouts too, seeing all the mills. Although it's gonna be, what is purple doing? FC? Yeah. Rajara is FCing.
FC from flank. Interesting. Okay, so we played this quite. We had different ideas in this map comparing to these teams. This was it's interesting that everybody comes to different conclusions on this on looking at the same map.
Right. Everyone thinks differently. I'm a big fan of foot archers, honestly. Even though that sounds weird on a map like this. They're just
You
so
know what I'm not
powerful.
a huge fan of though? Housed Town Watch. 'Cause Turks,
Oh,
unfortunately, Raid. You were hyping Raid up before this, but I believe that was from him getting housed and having to research emergency Town Watch.
I think you're
It's
right.
not the worst. It's
On
not the
this
worst. I
map, I
mean,
guess
he's
it
afraid
could
of
help him a
archers.
lot. It could come into play to help him.
Yeah. Probably not at 20 villagers. You probably want to get that when you're housed at 25 instead of 20.
Yeah, it's
At least when I
definitely
plan to get housed, that's usually that's the meta.
get house 25.
Absolutely. So I think 20 is a little bit too early. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, it
We'll see
almost
if getting
feels.
housed at
Wait,
20 pays
is
off.
that a no loom Vil? Purple had no loom and lost the Vil.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, was that worth it though?
I
I'm
don't
not sure if
know.
that was worth it. I
Hmm.
yeah. I don't know. The question is, does purple get loom now though?
Oh, and the TC runs under, or the scout runs under the TC. Yeah, it's kind of two scouts for a Vil. Purple does
Okay,
get
so
loom.
Nezar is actually going archers, which really requires Nezar to get his full walls up. And I don't think it's going to happen. This is unfortunate for Nezar. Now he's just getting bullied by the scouts. He won't be able to produce
Tries to save the
everything at
Vil.
once. This is going to be tough for Nezar with
Yeah.
Raid already in on his
Repositioning
base.
the walls. They're not sealed yet. That Vil needs to drop more. I got it.
It's a combination of being Huns and also this map really sucking for Nezar.
Yeah, is he gonna quick wall? He might lose another Vil. This is very awkward for Nezar. Wow.
This is so bad. This is horrible. Nezar is going to be forever feudal.
Two Vils down. His wood is getting idled to hell and back. He's gonna lose a third Vil.
He's gonna
Wow.
lose a third will, and he has a minute and 17 seconds of idle TC time because he tried to go for the archer build. Even though he does have 2 on berries, it's just not going to be enough in the early food production for some time. But let's see if these archers get any compensation. I mean, there are 5 archers, but I just do not see them doing any damage here. And it's not like Nezar can get a blacksmith up anytime soon, so it's going to be pretty rough for him.
I like the approach of the teams that go to the back more. I guess he's forcing a tower. He's killing a gate.
Yeah, I mean, force the tower. That's not horrible. I mean, that's as much damage as they would ever get. I'm not even sure if that tower was necessary because they would have to go through all the way through a house. But I suppose Raid does not want to get his wood line denied and have his villagers walk all the way across the map.
Right.
It's kind of I think Raid's approach is pretty good when you consider the fact that he's microing his 5 scouts in the back of the enemy's team's base. So he wants to be as hands off as possible in front.
Which
Just
is
make sure he doesn't lose any villagers.
exactly what the tower did.
But as I say hands off, Raid just lamed the hell out of all their gold, of the gold of Palamos.
Oh, man.
Palamos going for the cleanup. I think Palamos has enough. I mean, that's nine scouts to 3 scouts, right? And a couple of archers. And considering those archers don't have fletching, I think that's even a little bit of a mistake for Palamos to go back here.
Yeah, there's no fletching because of probably what happened earlier. He may not even get fletching at this point. Although he probably should with all those scouts behind his base.
Yeah, it's just a matter of... Okay, so Palamos was thinking about getting +1, but I think he's trying to take the fight even before then. I guess he'll wait. At this point, there's no reason. It's not like the archers are going to do any more damage.
Yeah, he's going to pounce the second that armor comes in, I assume. And these armies are going to get wiped. Here's the jump. This should be a clean.
Yeah, this is so horrible for Lamarcus because he couldn't even run if he wanted to. Occasionally, you have your archer player kind of trapped in there, or rather have like 4 archers, and you just say, hey man, I'm sorry, those 4 archers are gonna die. I'm not gonna lose any scout HP. I'm gonna get the hell out of there. But I don't think that was even the case because a lot of those scouts felt like they were a little bit cornered in, even if you wanted to leave.
Right, man. These
look at Raid scouts coming right back. They've been so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, look at the top player is the lowest score in the game because of the damage that was done, and he's still being such a pest.
And after all that, vill counts are still equal.
Yeah, they are actually. Is there?
Am I missing something? How did this happen?
2 have wheelbarrow. Raid has about a minute idle, 2 minutes for Palamos. It's the idle time. A little bit more for old refugees, who also did lose that 1 vill. Actually, how come my Eco Katie doesn't show them losing a vill, but I know one died earlier?
No wolves on this map.
Actually, yeah, 2 vills. Carnage lost 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Titanic pointed that out, or somebody pointed that out in chat.
Oh, okay.
It didn't seem as relevant comparing to the rest of the situations that were happening. And look at Raid's wall. Actually, the back key is still open despite this full wall. I swear, a lot of these full walls are just for show.
Wait, he has a hole?
On the right side, there's a hole between. You see where both of the stones are. You see where the stones are?
Yeah, it's that tip of that palisade to the tree, right?
I think so. So at least I have a hole there, but there's a chance I have a mod on that makes that glitched out. But I believe that's
a hole.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm not crazy.
Like so all that walling could be for nothing. They're gonna assume it's walled unless they click in.
I'm gonna be honest. This worked out way better for Nezar, Turin, and Lamarcus than I thought it was gonna.
Look at their military numbers right now. 25 to 6.
Yeah. Where is all that military? So the archers are completely useless. They finally got fletching, though. I mean, they are slightly less useless now.
He waited for castle, which I like.
Yeah.
Just delayed it even more otherwise.
I can't believe we have to repair from camels, but this actually might go down. I don't know. These archers, these archers are getting value. Killing 1 villager, making sure that Lemos is not able to repair. It's always the caster's curse. As soon as you say something useless, instantly about 3 villager kills from these archers, from these feudal archers.
Is so paid off now. He's gonna go right into cav archers too behind it. We see 3 cav archers queued up immediately. I assume he has 3 ranges too. Yep. Wow.
Question is, how does Boom compare to Hindustani Boom? Because not only does he have all these camels out in the field, I think he's the only one. Well, no, except I suppose Carnage has a second and third TC, but it really seems like this could snowball and get out of hand with the camels if these guys ever break in.
And this old
Do you
refugees
monastery
team
here?
has seemed so unbeatable almost this tournament, and they're looking very vulnerable right now. At least how this is played out.
They're doing a really good job walling everything out, and as long as this gate comes up before the house. No, the villagers open. Judas opens. I guess it's not even Judas because there's three of them.
They hold
You
it.
can't even say that.
Oh man,
Of course they
that's
hold it.
massive.
This is such a game changer. This is ridiculous.
Carnage is not happy with what he just did. He's got to be kicking himself.
I was gonna say it's just one bad villager, but no, that was a team effort. That was a team screw up.
Yeah, the gate went down, and it's like for nothing.
And this is where you lock. This is why you lock your gates before you build them,
Wait, can
and
you
shift
do
your
that?
villagers away. You can do that as of a patch, or about as of like 6 months ago, I believe. You can do
What?
that.
While it's going up, you can
Yeah,
hit the
it's
lock
crazy.
button.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Yep.
did not know
It's a
that.
pretty new feature. Anyway, so it looks like the camels are gonna get cleaned up. Actually, they did make the best of this bad situation.
Yeah, lots of idle time for Carnage behind that.
But
There's
Carnage doesn't care about idle time because the only reason he has idle time is because he's building his fourth TC.
Million.
He still has 67 villagers to Hindustani's 55.
Yeah, and they're ahead on Vils. The military, they're starting to catch back up. It does seem like it looked bad, but it's okay.
This is a very even game again.
It
It
really
doesn't
is.
seem like we're going to have any sort of disaster in Castle Age, at least. I think it's going to take Hindustani or Gurjaras to get it to Imp and get all their upgrades to start really making a issue for others.
Yeah, and
So, what? Yeah.
the problem for like the Cav Archer play, they are making Berber Camel Archers, which are great, especially as it goes on. And what were you gonna
I am
ask?
convinced whichever team makes Cav Archers is the team that dies. But Nezar has surprised me before. Actually, I don't think Carnage realized that wasn't completely walled, and the fourth TC gets denied at 90%, 89.5.
Yeah, he's lost 8 Vils now, and he looks like they're just gonna beat the TC down. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's gonna. I mean, there's really no point to even delete it at this point. I think Carnage waits till he has enough camels and tells his team to get over there. I think this TC still goes up. Eventually. It's gonna be on fire, but TC on fire is still a TC.
Yeah, the rotation from Raid, will it be in time? I think it just might be. Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be close actually. Now that it's at 800 HP, they really want to save the TC, I believe. Or let's see, the teammates might not care as much because they think Carnage, you already have 3 TCs, but Carnage
Or-
says no. Let's try to save this.
He's gonna pop camels out. More camels come forward from green though. I think they're gonna pop these camels and do the jump.
No, they jumped way too late. They were definitely going for the jump, but I think it was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, they needed to know like when that thing was that weak, they're gonna keep hitting it. So that was
Right,
their
right.
chance to get some free damage.
And I mean, looking at the army counts, it's not a huge difference. They could have definitely. I think they could have popped out early. I think that TC could have been saved. It would have been not very good, but I think it's more for the map control than anything. And Carnage is pissed off now. He says, "No,
What's
you
it?
guys. I'm building a TC there again. I don't care what you guys did.
It's like nothing happened.
Nothing happened."
Yeah, he's mad about it. He's like, no way. I like
This
the
is when
outposts
you,
on the left from Carnage too.
Oh yeah, outpost. Wow, that's a lot of outposts.
Yeah, it's gonna give
Carnage
a
has
lot
been
of
playing this
intel.
really well.
And castles from Lamarcus, second one coming up on the left. I like that too. It also really helps secure trade later if it comes to that, because you can't really wall the whole map.
Do any of these civs get good help? Is what I'm thinking. I mean, not really.
Huns get full halb, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Huns, and then I think Magyars get
Yeah, Magyars.
like mostly help.
That's
But
about
will we
it.
ever see them? Or will this be a game where we don't see a single halb and it's just going to be camels and cow archers the whole time?
These are two very well matched teams, though. I keep looking at the Vills and the military. It's like within 10 at all times.
Yeah, yep. And Czech Rider points out that Blue's been actually very small idle time compared to everybody else being very effective with it, even though he's 3 TCs and a little bit later than some of the other players.
Yeah, and someone
And
just
it's fine.
said jinxed it right when someone
Well, you
compliments.
jinxed it. You didn't jinx it. And here's why I don't think you jinxed it. Because he was getting for Thumb Ring. And right now, with 17 Camel Archers on the field, Thumb Ring is more important than getting 2 Vills out, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, you might have jinxed it, but it was for a good reason.
I like this
These
TC on
guys...
the right from Raid too. They're securing one
Oh,
more
yeah,
map.
absolutely. Getting so much more map. I'm just looking at the map. I mean, it's pretty even. It's just a matter of Nezar's villagers over there in the top of the map are really exposed, and there's really nothing protecting them except for those 2 spearmen that are basically an outpost that walks. Big fight in the middle.
Huge fight.
It looks like it's gonna be all in. They're just gonna patrol it until something goes down. So these Shravamsha riders are taking a lot of shots.
And Old Refugee's having to
looks
fall
like not
back
enough.
to the hill.
Yeah. I don't think the hill is gonna be enough even.
They just push right up it. I think these Camel Archers don't give a crap. They hurt so much.
Oh, this gate that never made it up, or this wall piece next to the gate is actually going to be crucial a second time, I believe.
There's a castle.
Well, maybe not. There's the castle. Is that a good castle position? I can't even tell. I don't think I like it too much.
Really. I like it later
Comparing
once again
to...
for like trade maybe because you can't wall that. But right now, no.
I mean, when he was placing this castle, I don't think a Carnage realized that his eco was about to get destroyed. This is a lot of pressure. And all of Carnage's gold is in one tiny spot, so if this army breaks through to that gold, Carnage is going to lose a lot of villagers or be idle for a very long time.
Yeah, and Imps looks like Nippon is going to be first up. Lamarcus could also buy right now. I mean, most of the Big Bang team is about to click Imp. All 3 of them.
Oh, it's going to be so bad for Carnage. And the thing is, I think Carnage overboomed a tiny bit here. I think prioritizing Imp was going to be more important than 128 villagers. And I know he was pressured to keep making villagers, keep making camels and everything, but I think skip some villagers, try to get Imp, because this Gurjaras gets such a huge difference with Imp upgrades.
Yeah, and Nezar first to click. Lamarcus right behind him. Mipparun any moment.
Carnage is still not close. Carnage has to queue up more scouts.
This is going to be 3-0 Imp. That's kind of could be game. Or is there castles ready? Yeah, there's a castle for Lamarcus, but he's just kind of expanding with his castles.
I think the only thing that saves this if Carnage stops producing camels, cancels his queue, and clicks Imp right now. Because that's going to be a really awkward a couple of minutes for his team otherwise.
Oh, I've never seen this. All 3 on the way to Imp, all 3 getting coinage on the way up.
Wait.
One of them canceled
yeah.
it. Okay. One of them canceled it, but all 3 were at one point. You know.
So, get this. So, you know how you guys make coinage 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But you know how a lot of civs, like Bohemians and Vietnamese have, I think, 100% faster researching ecotechs, which normally coinage would count as an ecotech. But because the map hard codes coinage into it, the 100% for Vietnamese does not affect the speed of at which it researches. But Bohemians that have an 80% faster, I think, market text, that one is affected, and that one does make it, a minute and 40 seconds or whatever it comes out to.
It does?
Yeah.
Wait.
Maybe I'm sharing this too early, but
what tech allows them to do that? Is it Team bonus
It's
or
it's
just?
it's a team bonus, I believe. It's either team bonus or I believe it's a team bonus or it's a Civ
Oh
bonus.
my
Somebody from chat
gosh.
look it up. We're gonna focus on the fights, but somebody with more time than us.
Wow,
And
that's
the reason
interesting.
and the reason I don't mind sharing this because I think if you have a strat for Sling, I don't think a minute or is gonna make that huge of a difference.
Hmm.
But still something to think about.
Yeah,
If you were planning to do this with Vietnamese, just know that you probably can't because this is the one their bonus does not apply here.
I'd actually be
Oh,
interested to see someone try the sling even without the sped up time. Like maybe they hit Castle Age, click it right away, and then just flood a bunch of resources once it's in. It'd be a little bit late. Might
but
still
all
work.
these maps are so aggressive that it's so hard. Okay, there's a big fight
Right.
on the right side right now between Nazar and Raid. Actually, it's funny. Nazar is actually kind of bullying Raid a little bit here.
Getting some
Very similar cav
revenge.
archer numbers,
He's getting revenge for
but once
earlier.
chemistry, yeah, chemistry and all the upgrades coming in, so there's really no way that he can get challenged up there, despite having a much worse eco than Raid. Where's Raid's rest of his cav archers? Are they all just in one group?
Yep, in the
I think
middle.
they are. He just needs imp. Okay, so these 55 cav archers, as soon as the 53 camels from Hindustanis come in, there's nothing they can do right now.
Yeah, and Heavy Camel is 20
Every
seconds
camel coming
away.
in. I wish Purin was not at home right now. Purin could do so
Oh,
much
what
damage
is he?
in a
Why is
brief
he at
window.
home right now? I don't understand that.
That
There's
is
nothing to even defend right
ridiculous.
now. So he's got this power spike, and he's gonna
Yeah,
get there, and they're gonna be getting their imp stuff very soon.
what are we hunting here? I mean, truth be told, that they're so far ahead that maybe they're fine anyway. But if you let Carnage get to his own insane mass of camel riders with all the upgrades, that's going to be on par with Hindustanis, if not
Right.
better.
And Nazar, even on the left, being a big nuisance.
I feel like Magyars is starting to realize that, or is going to realize very soon that these knights are going to have a bad time. Polemos. I mean, eventually, maybe heavy CA was an idea, but once the 53 camels finally come in and they are on their way, this gold is going to get raided.
Yeah, Imp
Actually,
Camel,
no
he's
gold, just
those
straight for TC.
massive camels. Yeah, right on the TC. That thing died in a
This might
millisecond.
this might not be GG yet, but it's going to really hurt. This is basically the precursor to the GG.
Yeah, these things are barely getting hurt. He's gonna preserve
This
the
is
numbers and maybe group up with his allies.
and okay, so the raid thing, I love what raid did. This is kind of a little bit of a bluff because honestly, these camels from Pure could just eat everything that raid has,
And what did
even
he
if they
do?
hide in the corner.
What did Raid
Well,
do?
he walked in there without bracer and without any of his imp techs, to defend against the
Oh.
camels. And honestly, I think Purin just didn't realize because Purin thinks that everybody has an awesome eco as he
Now,
does.
now Raid's not looking. He's losing a lot. Okay, he
Yeah, but
backs up.
imagine how many more he'd lose if all of these were still not heavy CA and um
Right, Parthian, everything's in now.
yeah. And just to make sure, I'm at 4452 right now.
Yep,
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
because Parthian came in that second when I said that. Everything
Yeah,
else was
yeah.
in. Parthian just getting
Big
there.
fight on the left side. Nezar, Lamarcus, and Pure, and just have complete control of the map at this point.
And what do Magyars really do here? There's like camels that giga counter your cav. They just need to go like Halb.
I'm saying like Halb actually, the only reason that you need camel archers, or sorry, not camel archers, but cav
Yeah.
archers is for the if you're not Magyars, it's for the Halb, but nobody's gonna make Halb when there's cav archers on the field. So it's kind of a weird situation where the heavy CA kind of get countered by everything on the field right now.
Yeah, and you can't go
Unless
you can't go Halb, you can't go cav archers, you can't go paladins. What do you do here if you're
is the meta here
Lemos?
just six Hindustanis? Just like is that the ideal comp for this map? Just six players going Hindustanis and spamming camels and nothing else at each other?
It's just Age of Camels.
Age of
Camelot.
Camels for sure.
Age of Camelot.
Okay, I haven't seen any unique text or which unique text came in for Carnage yet, or how close he is to getting the +4 for the Gujars. Caravan coming in, okay. I don't think Carnage is
Caravan.
going to be able to trade. I think they have bigger priorities right now,
I
and
think
this
you
is this
have to
massive fight.
trickle some in behind this. Even if it's not a lot, you have to start doing it, or you just run out of golden
I
die.
suppose. I mean, both teams kind of have pretty safe trade lines, and by pretty safe, I mean with enough castles on the way.
Yeah, I especially like the blue and the green all over the place on the left. The castles non-stop from Lamarcus, one after another after
Ooh,
another. He even has.
Carnage. I don't think he.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I don't think you can be taking this fight. Like, why we need to wait at least for Cavalier. Why take this early? We're not actually. This isn't their army is not
So
hurting us uphill. Yeah,
yeah, it's like a force because you don't want to lose stuff, but you just gotta let buildings die. You gotta let stuff go down and
we're
wait
not
for the
even
right
there. The
moment.
first shrub is out. There's nothing even dying. You just
Yeah,
camp the hill. Like, there's no
true.
reason to take a fight before your teammate gets all his upgrades. I think it's just like you're feeling that you have to be doing something where sometimes you don't. That's not necessarily true.
And Lamarcus on the right in the middle of this, while Raid just rotated left.
Oh, this is well. I mean, are those camel archers really going to do that much? I guess they are if they walk past the castle and they walk into the eco of Raid.
Maybe right to
And
the
it's not like Raid
trade.
can do anything. I
Okay,
mean, there's no even
there's no
trade there.
trade,
It's
just
just the
snipe.
Raid all has is heavy CA, and there's going to be no counter to these camel archer because the only player right now that can wipe these is Carnage,
Yeah, there's a
and
massive fight
Carnage
on the
is
left.
busy. Yeah, Carnage looks pretty busy with what he's doing, and that seems very important. So
The
these
Cavalier just get
camel archers,
deleted, man.
yeah, I mean we kind of figured that one out. It feels like this is just a camel Age of Camel situation where
Like,
any unit that's not a camel that's made is a mistake.
I think what he needs is Paladin and Halb. Like, they need to be kind of together, so when the camels are fighting the Paladin, at least some Halb are kind of poking them. The Paladin tank the
So
arrows of the Cav archers.
hear hear me out here. Instead of Paladin,
Mm-hmm.
how about we go since there's already Shravamsha riders out there anyway, just only go Halb.
Only Halb.
Yeah, only
Oh
Halb. Because
yeah,
there's already as long as Carnage keeps making those Shravamsha riders, and I know he's not gonna be there to make him for much longer. But assuming that there were Shravamsha riders everywhere that were taking all the shots from the Berber camel archers, perhaps the Halbs could actually do something. I don't
right.
know. It would be tough.
Because right now, Cavalier, they just seem worthless. He probably won't even get Paladin. I would not waste a dime on it.
So, without checking, guess how many kills these 53 camel archers have in the back
Oh,
of everybody's base?
shoot. I actually had them selected when you said that. And it
Oh,
looks
okay.
like
Well, yeah,
it's.
you definitely saw it. You saw the number.
Yeah, so I can't guess because I saw 69
That's
when you said
funny.
that.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, they've been just so annoying, and it's funny because only now can they be chased out, since before that Carnage was stuck dealing with the left side. And as soon as Carnage leaves, the castles from him are gonna start dying.
Yeah, I think now you just. I know I say this a lot, but you need some siege rams behind what's happening here
Mm, siege rams
from like maybe the Hun.
from from who? Okay, from
On the
from
right,
the
I'd
Huns
like some on
there.
the
Okay, I
right.
see.
It gets really annoying
Ooh,
and panicky. They're still
I could
tank a
see it.
lot too.
Yeah, I could see it. Honestly, okay, Halb and siege ram, but the problem is that, yeah, Halb and siege ram. Would that be so ridiculous?
I I guess they're like the armies are so close. They're trying to get the edge on the other, but it seems like adding that in would really change what's happening here.
That is a very stacked group of 28 camel archers. Score is looking worse and worse. So this is a hard one, Titanic, because I think Mangudai still have a huge DPS advantage.
Over the camel archers?
Yeah, against just basically everything. So I still think it's going to be Mangudai, at least in my book. if you had equal numbers, like 60 Mangudai would do a lot more than the 60 Camel Archers.
And
The only
drill.
trick is you have to defend the hell out of those 60 Mangudai because to make sure they never meet the 60 Cav Archers. But
Right.
I would personally very much prefer the 60 Mangudai. I think if you go like number like DPS wise, I think it would be
Whoa.
just about double or something
Tards
similar.
queued up in the castle on the left of
Is
Lamarcus.
that a mistake?
No, it's to bust the wall. And
Oh,
they're
okay,
queued
okay.
on the wall. They want to get
I
into that
love it, yeah.
trade.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's gonna matter. I think the wall is gonna go down anyway. And
Yeah, he's
I
been.
think the GG is called once the Camel Archers get into the trade.
Yeah, old refugees is gonna go down. Game one, they've never been behind in a set. I think they've been tied. This will be the first time they're really tested.
Maybe they're good from behind.
Yeah, their trade definitely is not.
Gates going desperation gates. Those were pretty good desperation gates. I did not expect that to even kind of work. It's just a matter of time. I think they just bought themselves 5 more minutes, though. It's just the trade numbers are not going to be there.
Right.
Well, as I say this, there's 30 trade for Carnage.
He
I
has to
mean,
reroute it because it's just going in from
yeah, it's
nine.
still going to the
Maybe ask
last
for a
market.
market deletion. He just caught that one.
Well, I actually think it's his own market screwing himself over
Oh,
because they're going to the market furthest away.
you're right. The furthest point in all his trade,
Yeah.
one after another, just dying. And even Polemos trades going there, they need that deleted.
These Carnage gates actually might be hurting him at this point. It's hard to tell. Maybe you delete some of these forward gates while you're taking this fight. Wait, where did these Polemos? How are these Polemos trade cards? Where are they going? Okay, I see what happened because Carnage started building the gate, and because of this gate that he started building south of his castle, the trade cards from his teammates have been going around as well.
Yeah.
But this is completely over. Help coming in actually from Polemos, but
Yeah, they're trying to
just
get
what they.
through and they're going right into the army. Man, it's painful to watch.
I honestly think so. I think slinging your teammate here had potential. There was definitely times where I feel like Raid and Carnage were close to pop capped, and I think might have been able to sling Polemos so that he could get Halb a little bit quicker. Not sure if that would have saved him enough, but it seemed like he was always a little bit behind.
It feels like Berbers are just really good on this map, but same with Hindustanis. Gujaras too, you said all these
Berbers,
camel civs.
camels only.
Anything that's not a camel is just not doing well. The Cav Archers are okay, but they're not even that good. I think we're gonna see a G. Yep.
Yeah,
There's the
there it is. There it
GG.
is.
Wow, big bang. Taking
Well
game
played. Well
one.
played.
Super well played. Nazar had 80 eco KD, Lamarcus had 90. And Mipper on 50 and 0, 54 and 0. Wow.
54. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he did not lose a Vil through all of that somehow.
Wait, 0 and 90. Wow, that's I think that's almost even more shocking. But I suppose it makes sense because he was always on the back foot and having to run around everywhere.
Yeah, it all
I think it
started
was
that first
yeah.
TC, then one was denied. He put one back. I think he called it. He maybe boomed a little too quick, but it evened out regardless, and it just seemed like Big Bang had better stuff, better units, better civs in the end.
It was a decent. It was a good showing from both teams, to be honest. There's not much that was a glaring mistake. I honestly thought Nezar was going to be in trouble after the opening, but he even got value out of those archers that I thought were going to be useless.
He definitely got his revenge on Raid too. You could see at one point he just wanted to take it to Raid. It's like, you killed my Vils, well, I'm gonna kill a lot of yours.
Are you going to do an MVP poll for that game?
Yeah, why not? Let's see. MVP poll, guys. Nazar. I spelt it wrong, but you guys will know which one he is. Okay, I spelt them all wrong. I don't know what's wrong with me, but
Well, if you spelled them all wrong, it's like it's kind of evens out.
yeah, I guess I got Mipperin right. Lamara. Oh wait, did I get Lamarcus right? I'm just tripping. I can't read. Lamarcus is good. It's just Nazar with the spelling error. So the home map of Old Refs is Lowland. So I assume that's what game 2 will be, is Lowland. Right, I'm getting there right now. Looks like it's a two-way tie for MVP at the moment. But this is the first time Old Refugees are down. I've been calling them tournament favorites, but that's all changing today. At least so far. They may have a big bounce back. This is more of like an Arabia style map. Just want to wait for that final vote to get in. I actually needed 2 minutes. I guess I'll just get it in a sec. Who was Hindustanis that game? Yeah, in the green, Mipuran. That sounds better. Yeah, I finally got Puma down. Puma. Almost like Puma, but Puma. It's fine. I butcher these names until the end of the tournament. Let's see. Looks like Lamarcus got the MVP. I just need to throw that in real quick so I don't lose it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm at 2 minutes.
Yep. Let me know. Count us down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, Titanic Lord, you're saying he was C tier? Lamarcus was C tier.
Lamarcus was?
That's what Sean
Okay, well
is
let's
saying.
let's keep an eye on that this game.
Oh, Mupurin. Okay,
Because
okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
oh,
So
Mipurin.
Mupurin is C tier. C
Oh,
tier
that's
apparently.
that's right. I think because they have the
Okay.
strong flanks with the weaker pocket. I'm pretty sure that's how this team runs. I guess
And I
both
really like
these.
that.
Yeah.
Scout lame coming out, Boar lame coming in from the very second, and we know this is not a re because we're casting a wreck. Or
Yes.
we most likely know it's not a re.
There may have already
That
been a re.
was so quick. I mean,
Wow.
this would definitely be the time to re if you had a chance,
I
but
assume
it's a
they used it.
wonder.
Did he
Do you
know?
even know that you got lame though? That's the problem a lot of these times. I actually did not see if he saw the lame. It doesn't seem like he really reacted to the lame, so there's a good chance you didn't see it happen.
And Carnage is pinging his way. Maybe your boar's over there.
Yeah, okay, so he has no idea he got lamed, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Guys,
So
I
this is
can't find my
unfortunate.
boar. He's like, bro, it's right there in that
Yeah.
darkness. He's
Bug
gonna
map,
look.
let's re.
Wow. He got lamed and didn't even
Man,
know it. I don't mind it. Now that laming's actually harder to do, I'm not
okay.
a fan of having Reese because it robs you for doing
Yeah,
something that's
that's what I'm
really
saying,
hard to
man.
do
I,
now.
I I've been saying this. I'm always right. That's what you have to realize about tournament settings. Anyway, Lamarcus is not going 16 pop because he made a mill.
I was a
But
fan of
Camara is still
Reese
really strong.
when laming was just normal laming. Now that it's hard, it's like, dude, I don't want the person
Yeah,
robbed of what they just did. It's much harder now. Like they deserve it
yeah.
almost. And I hate laming, but it's hard to do. You kind of deserve it when you finally get it. Lamarcus is Khmer 16 pop feudal coming.
It's not. We just. I mean, when Titanic Lord said this was
Yeah.
before Lamarcus put down a mill. I mean, so is there
Why?
potential for
Yeah.
wait, no, this is 18 pop scouts for
Why is he
Lamarcus's
going
flank.
scouts flank?
I'm guessing. Let him
Or
cook.
he
Let him
got a
cook.
mill because he's Khmer and has a little
That
extra
doesn't
wood.
make that much sense. And he
That's the only.
didn't need the mill.
I know he's got plenty of food. He's pushing another ibex.
I mean, if the goal was quick scouts, I think you don't even bother with the mill and just push all the stuff in, and then only have one on wood initially, and then add a lot more later. I don't know. These builds confuse me, but it's clear that Lamarcus is definitely going for flank scouts. So we'll probably see double scouts. It seems like from Purin and Lamarcus.
Yeah, and Nazar, I'm worried about Polemos in the south. You got
The
lamed.
fact,
You're against a 2400. Good luck.
yeah. And it's gonna get worse and worse. I mean, he did make it up to feudal at 21 pop, which is good because if he didn't make it up, it was gonna get even worse.
Yeah, and he does know he's
This
against Raid Titanic because they scouted Polemos in the south. If they assume, yeah, they know Carnage's pocket. Yeah, they know the positions.
so the one good thing that I say that Lamarcus has going for him is that his map is pretty easy to wall. If he was going scouts against archers, I mean, there's no Saracens on the map, so it wouldn't be hard for him to delay archers coming into his base for a while.
Yeah, I still think a little late on the barracks from Raid. Just barely, but it is slightly late. He's Dravidians. He's probably going to drop 2 ranges immediately. Maybe.
So Purin definitely going to scouts, but screwed up his build just a little bit. Had 127 seconds of idle TC time, which I know nobody likes an idle TC nanny, but I'm telling you guys, like if it's a 19 pop build, and you're going scouts. I don't think there's a lot of excuse for that, especially when you didn't have to lame or get lamed.
Yeah. 19's much easier, especially for scouts of all things. I agree.
Yeah, and I don't think he even has double bit X yet, or does he? Yeah, never mind, he does it. I
Okay.
take that back. So Purin is getting the horse collar. We'll see if he can actually afford scouts. We'll see what the scout numbers look like. Maybe. So, what do you think? Where are the scouts gonna go?
I feel like
And
the
the
fact
scouts
that
look
he's
like they're going
sitting at
straight for raid.
home, they're going to
Yeah.
maybe go to Pocket, but Pocket's walling.
So, the first scout from Lamarcus that came and got slapped by a spear, I feel like that probably taught that scout a lesson, and it's gonna tell some of his friends about the fact that you probably don't want to go to raid space from the start. Unfortunately, Carnage is going to be fully walled, so I think as soon as these Lamarcus and Purin scouts see that Carnage is fully walled, they'll probably have to go back to raid.
Yep. So they're trying to use this mobility. It's weird that Miparun is just patrolling at home, not really sure where to go yet. Like,
Yeah, I mean it seems like a little bit of a common theme, but it's okay. It's not like he is missing out on any damage. I mean, he probably wants to be forward, but at the same time, it's not like he could have been killing something that
he
he isn't.
he might have been concerned where Yellow is too. Didn't want to be caught out with Yellow hitting him while
Mm,
he's gone.
I suppose.
Lots of
It
pings.
turned out to be accidentally not the bad move. So these archers that are walking from Nezar
They're
that
either
just happen to not get caught out by the yellow scouts by the Carnage scouts.
yeah, and Lamarcus getting a kill on Raid. Raid's going forward. He could do some big
Oh,
damage
let's
to
go.
Carnage too.
I think Ray got a little bit too cocky in the back. He knew that scouts were out, and he knew that scouts were around there, but he figured, hey, I got enough spears. I'll be okay.
And down
I don't
goes
need to
2
wall this
bills.
early. It's too much of an investment. Okay, let's see if Nezar and Purin can break in. It doesn't seem like it.
It's very annoying though. The pocket almost lost the bill. Has to house wall.
Oh, look at the rate from Raid on Lamarcus. This
Oh
is
my
awful. This
goodness.
is honestly, this is almost GG.
And he's not remembering the house.
Like,
Oh, he did remember the
oh,
house.
okay. I would have forgot about it, but there's too many men in that house. The last villager couldn't get in even if she wanted to.
It would have absolutely been GG if it wasn't Khmer, but still big damage.
Yeah, but it's just still so bad. 4 villagers down. Absolutely brutal. I mean, Lamarcus did get 2 villagers on Raid, so it's not like it's a completely one-sided situation. And Lamarcus, I'm pretty sure, is just going to die if he's not going to wait for any upgrades. Oh, actually, he has scale barding. I didn't even notice that. That's a lot of scouts with scale barding.
Yeah.
Going to be a nice cleanup. Yeah, if it wasn't Khmer, this would be over. But this is not horrible.
Now,
I mean,
the
it's bad.
trap at
It's not
Carnage,
horrible.
they're going to wipe this army.
Yep. Oh, Jesus.
I think they're going to, yeah, they should absolutely wipe this army.
Wow, what a trap again. Again, the scouts get stuck. Like, those scouts couldn't get out even if they wanted to.
Yep. Especially how melee pathing is now, it's a lot harder to actually get by.
Wow.
Now it's 96-97. Vill counts are very close, slightly in favor of Big Bang. And Raid
I
has
feel like the
archers at home.
resources tell a different story, though. Well, I keep thinking something like one fight is gonna swing it, but after all that, it looks like nobody's too far ahead.
No, I agree. French Kiddo says, go, 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 old refugees. Well, they're down a game and they need to win if they want to go to game 3. And they are now heading
this
to the...
double is going to be hard to get walled. It's going to be hard to wall this out for Polemos.
Yeah, Big
We'll see.
Bang is doing a good job of coordinating these attacks together. Old refugees have been kind of more separated.
It's going to be so important that they get in, because if they don't get in, I'm pretty sure the archers from Polemos are going to be able to just sit on the edge.
Yeah.
Does that palisade wall go? Okay, barely. Okay, so this is a really nice market wall. Meanwhile, the next group of raid archers are back looking for more villagers to snipe.
They have spears this time.
Really good tower coming up from Lamarcus ahead of time.
Tower. Protects.
Yeah, it protects so much. I mean, unless Raid does a screw you move and just walks through the entire thing and kills everybody, or tries to kill everybody on gold.
He's gonna preserve.
I think that was probably a decent move as well. But let's see if Raid actually gets caught out a second time, because there are 12 scouts on the field for Lamarcus. The problem is they're all on the opposite side of the map.
I would have preferred the meetup with Carnage at the pocket.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did
I
force
suppose
a tower, but I mean, he was so close to his ally.
That's a lot of walls from Green here.
Now Raid is
pretty big investment.
Back home. I don't think he wants to lose his army. As he clicks up, he knows
that's definitely probably the right move.
Yeah, and Lamarcus...
Where are the 12 scouts? They're still far away. I love how Lamarcus doesn't panic. Like when I see, sometimes when I see this many archers. Hastia says, Spencer's, your voice is a bit quiet.
Okay,
but
that's because I changed everything.
I think part of it is maybe you were further away from the mic at some point.
That might have been it
anyway.
too. I think that's...
Yeah, because I think right now you're pretty good.
Probably.
But anyway, my point was that Lamarcus could have gone back with his scouts and panicked and tried to wipe Raid, but he didn't. And as I say, oh, this is a curse. What is this? This is such a curse. Lamarcus losing 5 scouts.
You did it again.
Or losing
the Ray curse.
Yeah, I was saying how good of a job he was doing for not panicking and sending everything back. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, the way that you curse these teams, maybe that's why the spring slapdown went the way it did. You kept saying, Meisel, this is garbage, this isn't going to work.
Yeah, the drush is never going to work. You guys, the way you win Spencer's tournament is just you get me to not believe in your team at all, and it will consistently work.
Yep, whatever team that you say is not going to win or do well, they will do well.
Look at these armies from Nezar and Purin. attacking Palermo's purple.
Yeah, they keep coordinating together much better. That's what I'm liking about Big Bang right now. The teams seem very well matched, but the coordination is a bit better from Big Bang.
Palermo's never finished that market. His second one. He doesn't want to finish it because he's still thinking that there might be potential to get 30 wood back.
It's just a wall. A temporary wall that he may get rid of eventually.
I hope you guys don't hear it. I hope the dog outside isn't too loud. I'll close the window if that's the case.
don't
It
hear
is
it at
not my
all.
dog. Okay,
How-
that's great.
How's our audio, guys? Is it even now? I got the mic close. Be honest. I can make a slight adjustment.
All right, gonna be knights versus 3 armies together here. Knights get a little bit scared. They have to wait for Palermo's to come in and bail them out. This is an awkward situation. You do not want to lose your stable if you're Carnage, but they're just waiting for numbers. And at the same time, these archers from Nezar are now in trouble. And I think they realize that. They're just trying to get damage. But where do these archers go from Nezar?
I feel like
They need to do damage. Otherwise, I think they just wait till they get enough numbers as Carnage and Palermo's keep getting more and more. And I think eventually they just get surrounded. Because right now there's 2 TCs from Carnage that the archers cannot pass.
and look at the
pass
wood line
through.
of Mipiron
Oh,
during
Jesus,
this.
yeah.
So
Yep.
they might lose everything here because I guess he's not even in that fight. That's actually the other scouts.
Right.
But still, he's kicked off a
Mipiran,
lot.
unfortunately, he had to come home with his knights. His eco is a little bit disaster. This is kind of a little bit of a 1v1 between the two. Huge fight in the front. Or sorry, huge fight between Polemos and Nezar.
Is he the one that's the C tier Mipiron?
Yeah, we believe so.
It's
I
kind of
think that was
showing
the
this
case.
game. Like
It's showing. I think it was showing last game as well a little bit. But the thing is, when your only job is to make villagers, Hindustani villagers, and make camels,
it's pretty easy.
it's a lot easier. Yeah, it's a lot better, especially when you have your team helping you out and telling you where to send stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he's 1 TC.
Nezar,
He's got a lot of knights, but I don't see anything standing out.
oh, this is kind of a good space for a raid to hide in.
It's
but
very glitchy. There's only a few hitting him. He's gonna lose it all.
yeah. I mean, I say it's good, but at the same time, it's actually not that great. The biggest thing is that all these knights are back home and not together with Nezar in front. Nezar just denied 6 farms by walking in here. This is the majority of Carnage's food eco.
Yeah,
And Carnage, as the knight player, he really needs his food eco.
Oh man, and he has ballistics. These vills are all doomed.
Oh, this is so unfortunate.
He's
Can
losing all.
can Polemos save any of
Polemos
these?
is there. Okay. Just in time, saves the vills. Several went down.
Is this gonna be a TO?
It's looking decent for Big Bang because the damage done. They actually have more vills than Carnage Mipiron does because the damage made up for the booming from the TCs. Let's see how many vills he's lost.
Lamarcus is going for some
18.
cheeky raids. Lamarcus is going for some cheeky raid underneath a raid's TC. That's a weird sentence. Actually getting way more vills than I thought. It was like 3 or 4 that went down. Just walking underneath it.
Yeah, and Raid had to react to help Carnage. Carnage lost 18 vills. So he'd be ahead, but now the C tier pocket is in the lead because of the teamwork and the flank play.
Archers v archers. It looks like Polemos is in trouble. Thumbring coming in for Nezar.
It's interesting.
35 archers to 8.
Yeah, good luck with this fight. This is really bad. And it's
This is
interesting
a
how
TC
well they're
territory.
making double cav work.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is the meta for this map. It seems like
I think they're
it worked a lot
dead.
better than I thought.
Now,
This is so brutal. This TC does not go up from Polemos. Polemos is just
No.
got absolutely out of this game.
Nazar's
This is
micro is
now
so clean too.
this is
GG
now a
is
3v2.
called. It
GG is
was
called.
absolutely over. It seemed like they were okay at first, a little bit, despite the lane. I know that made it worse, but Nazar with 39-0 Eco KD had the lane. I don't think you can make an argument for anyone else getting MVP here. I don't care
Absolutely.
what his tier is.
And
He played amazing.
I think Titanic Lord brings up a good point. I think this is a way going double scouts is perhaps is a way to keep scouts off the you know, to keep forward aggression, to let the pocket have time to boom, I suppose, when you have a weaker pocket and inside.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
that was the idea.
I'm a fan of the weaker player being the pocket almost, because you can see what these flanks can do. Nazar, these high tier flanks can just destroy games. These 2200 plus players. I mean, Sato obviously he can probably destroy wherever he plays, but him too. There's another one I'm forgetting who it is. He's like a 23-20. It was the game we casted and we didn't know the guy's elo. And at the end you're like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
he's really good. Who was
that
that?
was a really solid performance. I remember who you're talking about, but not what his name was.
Yeah, I don't remember, but there's just some game wrecker flanks. Nazar's absolutely one of them. There's one other guy that's just insane. I think he's a
But
2400 also.
I feel like it's a very much a caster comment. Oh, you should put your weakest player in the middle, or oh, you should put your strongest player in the middle. Because in some situations, in some teams it works. Sometimes you get good cohesion between teams, and it's amazing. And other times, I mean, I believe that that was our idea before, so we would place the weakest player in the middle, at least in the previous tournament.
And it didn't really
Um,
work.
it didn't work. It didn't work as well. I would always play
Hmm.
flank, but at the same time, yeah, we're changing it up. I think there's an argument for both, and I think it really depends on the team
Yeah, and it depends
more
on
than anything.
how good of a flank. Like there's a lot of good flanks, but then there's these just game wrecker flanks like Nazar that if he's pocket, Mipperun's probably gonna die hard
Yeah, yeah.
flank,
There's no way.
and who
I don't think
knows?
Meepron can flank.
I don't think he would have the impact that he's having on flank that we see here. Even though I'm sure he's a great pocket player also. But the
Absolutely.
2-0 old refugees mini I considered the favorite. Now, I mean, they just got pretty owned here by Big Bang. Maybe that's the top
So
dog.
this is a 4-0 now, right? Is that correct?
What's that? Oh, yes, Big Bang is a
That's a
4-0.
4-0.
And I'll
But
pull.
both of the teams are through, right? I'm not like or
Yes,
should be through.
they're both
So
in.
this is pretty much just a seeding sort of game.
Absolutely.
Whoever gets the better seed for future games in the round of 16.
And I want to pull the brackets up. What is the other 2-3-0 teams? I don't think they played or have been casted yet. I'm trying to remember who the heck it is. Um, we can take a look at that actually right now. So old refugees or Big Bang with the 2-0. Yeah, and the way these maps go, yeah, they looked good today. We've seen so much craziness. I want to see if they've actually dropped some games. I feel like they have. Um, I have that somewhere. Maybe it's stats. I used to have it on the main screen thing, but I thought it was just too many numbers. Having their record and their games won, game lost. Let's see. Teams. Okay. So Big Bang. Team games played 8. They've won 7 and they've lost 1. Who took a game off of them? Yeah, I guess I can look at the brackets right now and see. Um, Let me find them. Okay, they lost a game to Show Me the Light. Lighty's team. Yeah, so and I think that was actually a really close set. And what is Lighty's team's record? Here, I'll actually put the standings on the stream. So, right now, Big Bang 4-0. Old Refugees still 3-1 near the top. Pink Potatoes 3-1. Beatless 3-1. There's the Pathfinders and Fruits and Friends tomorrow. So we don't get to know who the other 4-0 is until tomorrow morning. I'll definitely cast that live. Now, okay, so it's a little more than that because they get the 1 seed. They get the what should be the best record to go through the knockout stage to the end. And the higher seed wins the Civ draft throughout the knockout stage. The coin toss. So yes. Yep. I like it. Yeah. Oh, this stupid. Okay, you know what? This is so dumb. It's the Discord. Why does it do this? I had to fix it for that channel, and then it was working in the casting one. But it's not working. Oh my! This is a headache. I change one thing and it works somewhere and it breaks somewhere else. I can fix it. Yeah, right. Fixed it
So
here.
on that one, thank you so much for those amazing games.
Yeah, thanks for casting, Ray. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope there's more good ones to come. I'll
Yeah.
catch you guys later. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Yep. See ya. Okay, so it appears to break a lot. He wanted to know who the 2-2 teams were. I guess there's not a lot right now because not everything's in. Right now it's PMC Beethoven. And that's it. Apparently. The Heffalumps set with Ray has not been casted yet. Surprised at the quality of games every time. Yeah. 1 second, I'll BRB. Okay. And it sounds like Ray's going to check out a really cool tournament. It's like live coaching and they can pause throughout the set. It's like 2 lower elos, 1200s. And the coach can like pause and talk to them throughout the match. I don't know what it's called, but I thought it's a really cool idea. It's like 2 1800 coaches during the game, backseating them while the game is happening. But we got more games on the menu. Let me take a look what's in the replays channel. I guess I'll just keep rolling with it. Sean, I know I said I wanted to watch some TV. I do want to kick back and watch some TV at some point and have some other people cast, but let's just keep it rolling. I do need a caster. I can fly solo, but if somebody wants to cast, Sean or whoever, let me know. Somebody. I'm going to get the replays in right now. It's frustrating that chat breaks. Okay, Sean, you want to play AoE. I get it. The next set will be, I think it's the Leaf Man set. Standby Archers regrouping against Blades Angels. This is the last one I can do of the day. I think there's even Show Me the Light versus the 3 Westland. I have to go to work after this set, so I'm going to get this one in. And that'll wrap it up. So... Oh, I didn't realize my stream is showing everything in the world right now. Okay. Let's get this updated. Man, what a sick tournament. These maps have been amazing. They're a different theme. They're sort of similar, but they definitely feel different every time. There were some complaints early on that these would all just be totally late game boom fest, and they're anything but that. Good luck booming. The team that booms is usually doomed. And that has been the case throughout the tournament. We're never like, oh, why are they going feudal? Why aren't they booming? Nah. That's how to die. Okay, I'm gonna get the matchup plugged in. Openers, of course, Frozen Cove. Cowazon and Acclivity are the maps. I'll get those in right now. So the names are wrong. They'll be fixed very shortly. Acclivity's in. Okay, on the left. All right. I think I'm flying solo YOLO. Unless Sieg's around. These are two teams that are 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. Standby Archers regrouping with Disaster, Addition, Leafman, and the Ant-Man. Rito as their sub. And Blades Angels, which I would not ever count out the way this team is played. I don't care if their tier says 11 points. I think they're far better than that. They're not broken by any means because they've been losing games and sets. But here we are. Let me update the stream info actually. So we have Blade Angels versus Standby Archers regrouping. What's up, kidder witters? Chewing on my cords. All right, I got the replays. Let's get into it. Did I brush the stats? Yes, I did. Okay. How dare you go play Age, Titanic Lord? Nah. I actually haven't played in a while. I love the game. I just haven't had that much free time to actually play some AoE. Haven't played since the new update. And I hear it's very easy to roll back. So Ray will help me out with like the Stomp set We'll get that casted. I don't want to roll back until like all these sets and tomorrow's set are in though. Okay. Game 1. Stand by. Archers regrouping. Oh, not bald. Blades. Angels. Alright, we're going to fast forward just a smidge. So, Cumans for Blades Angels. Vietnamese and Bohemians. I think that is some sick civs for this map. In the south, we have the Spanish, which is also great, but I would take Cumans any day. I don't care how the teams are rated. Khmer for Disaster, and Mongols for Leafman. So both teams, I didn't really fully look at the draft of what was banned, but Mongols and Cumans slipped through. That's a big surprise. It's possible both teams just banned garbage and picked all the good stuff. You want out, Jax? I gotta let my cat out. And we're back. All right, what did I miss? Leafman getting his boar. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Wow, that was all the sheep at once. He hadn't found them until just now. Now IM2K has his sheep. That is Blade. In fact, kind of like that better. We'll just rename him Blade. Walls are coming up. The Cuman is going to be booming. He went 20 up. I assume it's just right into a TC. Could be defensive archers even. From, well, he's got a mill. Maybe not. Both of them have mills. So it looks like scouts will be the play. Disaster Edition is up. He wants scouts. Leafman's going to take stone, so he's planning on getting into conks. And the Ant-Man... Ant-Man did an 18 up. So immediate stable, scouts. It's going to be scouts and scouts versus, I assume, scouts and scouts. But where's the barracks for Blade? Maybe not. Are they just walling? The Cuman walls? This is just Giga walls. We'll see if this pays off. I don't know, chat. What do you... Have we ever seen just straight Cuman boom with walls? It could work. I mean, Cuman walls are slightly stronger. I don't know. I prefer some kind of archers or scouts opening just to protect the Cuman or pressure the other side so you can have a cleaner build. But if it's just scouts, this could actually work. If there's no archers and it's just double scout play, Blades Angels could really get away with this here. But right away, Vil going down for Kershwin. And he doesn't even have a barracks. I don't think any of them have a barracks. So there's scouts running around. A barracks now going up. A panic one. But double scouts with no military, that's not fun to fight. The range now coming up for Art Snoop. Leafman is probably going to click right to castle and when he hits feudal. And Leafman can do like these wonky things pretty well. I don't think standard archer flank is his biggest strength. But I've seen him do like weird stuff. Towers. What's that? I don't know. Mobile units. Conks. Arambai. He's done quite well with those from what I've seen in games or I've played him in the past. Team games. And the Market Blacksmith coming up for Blade. How's his res? He's going to click. He's going castle. With only 7 seconds idle. Blade is safe and going up. The scouts will do nothing here. The Kuman, though. I think he could lose more vills right now. All over his wood line. I mean, how valuable is the Kuman Boom if you're just losing vills constantly? 4 vills down. Arts Noob losing a vill. Another... Nope. Actually, the block is in. Okay, the spear came in. But the Kuman Boom has been a little punished. It's still a Kuman Boom. Even a pressured one is decent. Although, is he going to lose more vills? It's a lot of vills. He can fight. This has been one of the more pressured Kuman builds we've seen, though. Constant pressuring the berries, the wood line, killing vills. I still prefer the position because Kumans are amazing. And teams keep giving them to other teams. Now Leafman's going to drop a castle immediately. He kind of jumped the gun. He's got 10 seconds to wait still, so he's dancing. Little early. He could have mined more stone that whole time. And Blade is also up into 2 immediate TCs. So the Bohemian wants the boom. The Spanish wants conks. The Kuman is doing Kuman things. And it's kind of interesting. A Kuman boom, it's powerful, but what's the follow-up to go along with it? Because they can hold it off. I guess there's... Okay, if there's crossbows, that could work. But Blade is just prioritizing a boom behind this. So instead of going for the big power spike with all 3 players into kill, it feels like he just wants the boom. He was going to go for a back TC, I think. The scouts did find him. And Arts Noob is kind of the protector. I'd like this army to stop patrolling and come over here to the little hole. Everything else seems to be patched up. Blade going for a stone. I don't think he would go Hufnitsa. It could just be for a castle, but we'll see. Maybe he wants to plan a castle drop depending on how the Kuman push goes. And what's the res? Right now the Kuman is about to click. He could probably click now if he had a market. He does not. Doesn't necessarily need a market. He'll be up very soon. All in all, I think it's a good Kuman time. He did lose those few bills. The Ant-Man's about to be up, so 3 out of 3 will be up for standby. Arts Noob clicked right when the Kuman did, so they got 2 minutes of 2 players not being in castle. The conks are coming out. They're already here. Ooh. This is gonna hurt. Okay. Blade will get it up, but at what cost? This really hurts. Okay, Leafman's gonna pull back. Blade lost. I guess it's not the end of the world. 3 vills down. Got the castle up. It could have been a lot worse. He did a good little dance with his vills there to minimize the amount of damage that was done. And conks are so annoying. That's what I mean. Leafman is very good at this kind of stuff. Like I said, he's not the strongest archer flank, but he's a very good player at being annoying. He does a lot of different off-meta things. I'm not saying conks are off-meta, but just weird or different types of things. Leafman's actually really good at this type of stuff. That's his eco KD. He's killed 4 vills now. And we've seen the power of foot archers. If the Vietnamese keeps pumping these things, gets crossbows, and you get a Kuman flood behind this, is it going to be Step Lancers or is it going to be Knights? Is the question. And it is Hussite wagons. Okay, so the plan is to do a big Castle Age push. Now, Hussites against conks. I've never seen it. I know conks hit hard, but Hussites are tanky. I feel like they should be good against conks. Leafman just sniping vills. Right in the dome. Oh, that's annoying. Just gonna delay it. Not really. Leafman continuing to get his conk numbers up. Ballistics coming in for Arts Noob. How do you open the window? Hot in here. Oh, it's kind of hot out there too. Leafman continuing the Vil massacre. 10-0. The value he's getting out of these conks right now. They only have a 10 Vil advantage with Kumans. And they have not gone forward. The Knights are starting to flood. There's some camels too mixed in. Dude, these conks are so annoying, and the Hussites are just too slow. They can kind of like shoot them, but Leafman just moves to the left. Pivots. He can kite these things all day. Castle on the back for Blade. Another Vil gonna go down. Oh, the juke. And more coming forward. They need to get on offense. The problem is castle on the front, castle on the front, castle on the front. The Ant-Man has been booming. Has almost the most fills in the game. Oh, the trap. These conks go down. Great play. There's still more, though. The main mass is still alive. And Leafman has killed 19 Vils, so I didn't see all what happened during that trap, but he has killed tons. They have the Vil lead because of him alone right now. And these conks, gosh, these things are like GGing Blade's Angels. No answer for them right now. They're like kind of just reacting. They're not going forward at all, and it's because the conks are so annoying to all three players at the moment. Blades lost 16. Kershwin's lost 12. Art as Noob is now in line to lose Vils. It looks like he wants to get into Rattans. Disaster is up to Imp. Getting Bloodlines. Getting Heavy Plow. This could be a Khmer Night Flood. I don't think he has the eco for elephants. They could come in later. Probably going to be Cavaliers. But so much military for Blades Angels, and the value is all... The conks are getting so much more value. It's just a lot of reacting to the conks. Which there's probably a new mass forming. And there is. They need to go forward. I agree. Blade, aren't you one of them? I am 2K1. I'm pretty sure you're Blade. Yeah, you guys need to go forward. These foot archers need to go forward especially, but Cavalier now coming in. The foot archers feel bad at this point when one's up to Imp. But we do see Imp coming in for Blade. We see Imp coming in for Kershwin. Bohemians are insanely good on a map like this. And the conks are now done. So it looks like Leafman must want to try to get into... I don't know about switching to Paladin or something like that here. Which he may want to do. Here against Bohemians. I would have just kept making conks. Cavalier is now in for Disaster Edition. All that being said, it's pretty close overall. Yes, there's a Vil lead for Standby. The Civs are really good kind of for both teams. You got Mongol late game, you got Spanish trade, you got Bohemians. Vietnamese can do so much. But they're beating the stable down. Right when Disaster's trying to mass up, they're killing his production. They're going to get these Vils, it looks like. Ballistics is in. Those Vils are dead. And here's a jump from the Cavaliers. These are only Castle Age crossbows. They're going to barely hurt these things. They're not with the camels. Although the pathing... Those archers are dead. Oh, and I didn't even realize Blade is pushing with the Huknitsas. Now, I feel like because these are Mangudai, they're actually probably pretty good against these things with the siege bonus. Yeah, those things got melted. Blade gonna convert a Vil, possibly? It's actually a nice Vil to have. You can start outposting. Deletes it. And a castle going up for the Ant-Man. Securing the front. I don't actually like this castle because you already have one here, here, and here. I would have rather it been over here on the left, maybe. To help against stuff like this. That is a hole. Kershwin's in. Well, if the pathing could... There we go. And Disaster Edition diving the TC. TC goes down immediately. Paladin coming in for the Kuman. This is a win and you're in. Pointage coming in for the Ant-Man. What's his upgrades? Does he have Elite Mangudai? I assume he doesn't. It's so expensive. He does have it. So he's got everything already. He's got Bracer. He's got Ballistics. He's got Chemistry, it looks like. Sure he has Thumb Ring. And here comes the Halb for Blade and the Bohemians. These Cavalier are also only good for so long. So you gotta win hard, I think, if you're standby archers. But they continue to have a build steadily. They continue to have a little bit more army, although the army seems to be flipping as we speak. Paladin fighting Cavalier in the back. The Hoofnitzes now have the Halbs with them. I mean the Hussites. It's 35 bills lost for Arts Noob. 36, 37, counting. Blade lost 52. But the Mangudai coming in to be annoying. Paladin are pretty... Oh, man. That thing has ballistics. That thing's operational. That blast came from the castle. That thing has ballistics. Oh, whoa. What is this party? Wow. Actually, smart of him to get the bills out. He's going to need some assistance. That's a lot of Mangudai. And a massive Cavalier from Leafman. So, elephants are coming in now. Okay, now the Chimera are looking a lot better. The Cavalier do fall off, and he's getting into elephants. The super wall on the right, we'll look at that in a sec. Oh, and that castle from the Ant-Man to deny the other castle. That's a great castle. He may just have to abort that one. And look at this wall from Disaster Edition. I love it. You're securing so much map. You're making it safe. Your trade is going to love flourishing back there behind it. And then the push of the elephants. Bohemian Halb are great, but red is kind of more on the left. Just seems like Standby is seizing more of the map, although the military is kind of in favor of Blades Angels, but we got to take into account that there's elephants, which count a lot more than your normal unit. This TC is going to get eaten alive. Chimera elephants are quite fast too. Speed up. Are you guys just dead? Doesn't look over yet. But it doesn't look good either. For at least Blades Angel. Looks great for standby. Okay, now it's actually kind of looking pretty bad. We're taking more and more map. Halb feel bad against Mangudai. Is Paladin gonna loop around? Wow, the vision though. 1,000,000 freaking castles going up for Ant-Man. This dude has 3 castles at home and he's building core forward. And the elephant mass is insane. You need your whole Halb production from Blade going to the right, I think. Looks like he is doing that now. Meanwhile, on the left, you're going to get super pushed here. Yeah, I thought you guys were going to turn this around, but it's looking worse and worse. We could speed up, Blade. You just don't want to see you die. You want to die quickly, not slowly. The push continues in the west. The elephants are now flooding up the middle. They just don't have an answer for this. Khmer actually looks really good here now. Well, that's awkward. And the trade is non-existent because they're so pressured. Meanwhile, Standby has trade behind this. They're pop capped to hell and back pretty much. It's a 100 pop lead. And it's just continuing. Alright, if these get in, I'm going to speed it up even more because... Okay. Yes, there's Bohemian Halb. Elephants are still... Oh, they're going to die. That's weird. I didn't see a GG. Was that just a bug? Let me look at the chat in game. Is there no GG typed? I assume it's just a bug. Yeah. It is over. Wait, where did my screen go? What? Okay, I don't know why. How do you get it back? There we go. Brush the stats. Let's do a quick MVP poll. Since there's no rush. Ant, Disaster, or Leaf? Who's your MVP? I think the conks early were massive. That's what kind of made the difference. If there's ever a civ you want to have a chance against Kumans, I think conks are game wreckers. Mongols also very annoying, but the conks helped sort of set that up and stall out the Kuman power spike. But yeah, the Mongols on the left, the Khmer elephants on the right. Spanish trade. Nasty. Well, we're going to get game 2 in. The map will be... What is the map? Blades Angels. Looks like it's gonna be Kawazan. So hopefully Blade doesn't kill his own castle again. Ant-Man with the MVP. Congrats, Ant-Man. It's an important set. If Standby takes the next game, they are in the top cut. No matter what. Blades Angels will have to win. If they lose this set, they'll have to win next week and hope that the odds are in their favor based on the matches they have played. But let's get into game 2. It's going to be Kawazan. I'd expect a bounce back from Blades Angels here. Like he said, they aren't a 16-point team. They have to do some pretty special things to win, but it seems like they are capable of beating 16-point teams. Leafman, definitely not 1800. He looked great there with Conks, but if you play him standard meta archers, you will see that he is quite a bit weaker in that sense. But the weird stuff, he's great at it. I think even this map, he's probably better than standard meta archer maps like Arabia. I don't know if he's going forward for a lame. He may get a pig. He will get a pig. It's funny because he's like, where's the other one? I'm going to speed up just a little bit. I feel like this map has slightly slower start because the pawns. But the civs, we got Koreans, Franks, Italians for standby, and we got Dravidians, Malay, Persians for Blades Angels. And the Ant-Man was able to click. No, definitely not first. The Persian was up first. Blade's right behind him, especially with the Malay. Quicker research time on going up in age. And we're going to see... What are we going to see? A rushed barracks because it was sort of forgotten. Followed by a stable. No surprise there. Persians are always great on a map like this. The extra res helps with the dock. And Rito is not quite up. But he's going to have a fire out before Art is noob. Maybe. It depends, I guess. He's going to go for his archery range first. I assume there will be a fire. Fixed score, thank you. Oh, this dock from Blade. That is a forward dock. He wants to kill the fish. Not only take this pond, he wants to kill this one, and the fire coming out immediately. Now this Vil, is it gonna lame res? Don't know what it's doing at the moment. It's doing something. It might get caught out by this scout right now. But Blade and Kurtz are there. This Vil is dead. But the fire is out regardless, and the fish of Leafman are going to go down. I think Leafman's definitely in trouble. He does have archers. And a scout going down. Leafman now making his own fires, but Blade has the upper hand right now on numbers with peaceful fish. The problem with fighting for this pawn now is you don't have any food behind it once that fishing ship goes down. Leafman, I think he's going to leave the fire in the dock. He's just asking for it to die if he doesn't. Ooh, TC got Leafman there. Fire came out. I don't like that. I would have rather it stayed in the dock. Now it's just dead. And look at that. A fishing ship coming out for Blade. He knows that he kind of has this. The minimal amount of fires to control the pawn, but still get eco behind it. I love to see that. And there's also fire fights going, land fights in the north. Rito and Arts Noob. I think he wants to try to repair that. Oh, not gonna happen. And Kirchswin taking big hits from the spear. I don't know what he's looking at. Okay, now it makes sense. So all his scouts go down because he's distracted at home. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And Leafman's still making these fires. I guess it stalls Blade from being able to just straight boom on the water. Or fish the water effortlessly. Is he going to garrison it? I would garrison it. That makes no sense, but it's what happened. And Leafman gets a Vil. The fish of Arts Noob are going to go down now. As Rito gets the better end of this. Leafman continues to pressure. This is quite annoying if you're Blade. I think he's clicking up very soon though. Maybe. Yep. Once the market's finished, he'll be able to buy it. Leafman is going to concede this dock. This is how you want to fight back. You mass up. But Rito and Ant-Man, what's the eco KDs? Kirchman's lost 2, Arts Noob's lost 4. Blade's killed 3 and lost 2. And Leafman kinda, I don't like going under this tower here. But he is being annoying. And gosh, I'm a little tired. I don't know why I start getting tired when I solo cast. It's just, what the heck. I think even if I'm just like watching a replay, it happens. Like a rec analysis or something by myself. Need to wake up. Ooh, that galley is great. The Vills don't even realize they're not building. Poor Leaf Man. So he wanted to go forward and dock that pawn. Blade was right on top of it. The Scorpion's now out. These archers are done. He's on stone. So I think he wants to get siege. I think he wants to get a castle on Leaf Man very soon. Now, how is Art's Noob doing? He's got 43 Vills. Tila's 43 with 3 boats. And the Ant-Man booming away. Blade's the only one up on the other side. I think Ant-Man is a problem. With that many TCs coming down. Knight's coming out. He is the Franks. Castle's just going right here. Not enough coffee. Yeah. Need to start adding music. That's what I need is some damn music. I wish there was a way. Actually, not wish. There is a way. Even if I just played it for myself. Might be weird to cast with music in the background though. That's what wakes me up is music. But tons of crap coming forward. Rito sending a bunch of archers. The knights are flooding across the map. I think Blade's Angels are in big trouble here, regardless of how well Blade is doing. Leaf Man is now castled. Your pocket is getting hurt. Knights are just flooding him from the Ant-Man. Quick wall going up. There's still a hole right there. They kind of have the pawns, but they do not have control of the game. That's why I would have loved. Obviously, he didn't have the military to really do it. What's going on here? Is that fire somehow? No, it can't be trapped. It's just hitting the dock. I guess he doesn't give a crap. He's like, dude, the fish are gone. Kill them. Camels may eventually clear this up, but the res... There's no gold for Cursed Twin. He's just off gold. Not a lot of food. He could sell some. Sold food for gold. Sold... Yep. And the camels are now queued up. The flood continues from Ant-Man. And a big mass gonna join at the pocket, I think. I think this is over. Might not be. First, shoot the thing in front of them. Oh, fire, shoot the... Yeah, the dock was blocking the damage. Yeah, I learned that from fishing ships. Fishing ships can block the fires from hitting other fires. Wow. I think when this mass... Well, it's not going to the pocket. Pocket's on 19 Vills, though. Like, Cursed One is dead. I don't blame them for leaving the pocket at this point. He's limping. They're going to link up at Blade. And I think we're going to see Standby Archers regrouping, if I'm not mistaken, moving to 3 and 1. And into the knockout stage. Still fighting for seeding, of course. The higher seed gets the choice of first or second in the draft. which could really help them strategize when they know if they're going to want first or second pick. Their opponent doesn't know until the match is live. I think it could be a big deal. TC goes down, and we're going to see the GG. I'm going to fast forward because it is over. I think when this TC goes down, Blade probably calls it. Even before. Wow. I thought it would be a little more competitive. I think it was kind of close at some point. Both games. But Ant-Man 57 and 22 KD. "19-minute castle time. Not bad. 8 p.m.'s all that matters. Ant-Man's the best." No. Just kidding. Let's get the poll in. All right. MVP. Ant. Rito. Leaf. And it looks like I didn't even realize it. It shows how tired I am. JCP was playing last game, right? They switched to Rito this game? Pretty sure that's what they did. JCP out. Rito in. But Blades Angels, close to being eliminated. They still have a chance next week. It's worth playing because you may make it. I guess it's cool not knowing in a way. If you knew you were eliminated, you probably wouldn't really care. MVP votes. This is weird. Some of these are not. Oh, yeah, there it is. It had been a bit since we'd seen Cowazon. Leaf Man with the MVP. I guess, you know, he did have a hard player. So I'm a bit surprised though. I thought the Ant-Man was crushing, especially that score. Unless MTE and Leafman have this thing where they always vote for each other. It's possible. Because I assume that was your vote. But I don't care. You can vote however you want. Congrats, Leafman, on the MVP. Both games, I think. Especially game one. He did play really well in game one. What do we got? Gosh, I'm like out of it. Can you see who voted for Leafman? Yeah, it was you. I saw. It shows me. Okay, I was kidding. It doesn't tell me at all. I was trying to see if it was you. Okay. Just kidding. I was trying to be sneaky. Cowazon, Leafman MVP. Or was it Ant-Man game one? Who got MVP game one? What the heck? Did I click Ant-Man instead of Leafman? Or did you guys actually vote Ant-Man game one? Whatever. It's on the VOD. I can look back. Okay, gonna update the brackets. This is about it for the day. I know there's more games. I will cast them when I have a co-caster, because I don't know, man. It's hard for me sitting here talking to myself. Feels weird. Feels weird. Some people are good at it though. T90 does this all day. Ant-Man and Leafman. Oh, okay. And then Ant-Man got it because he broke the tie. Okay. I got it right. So, brackets. Standby archers with the 2-0. It's updated on the screen. The only game not played is the other two 3-0 teams tomorrow. Obviously, there's some not casted that I don't know the outcome of. And there's a couple of admin wins this week. I think Clan VL was missing the last 2 weeks. They're just, maybe they're tapped out. I don't know. Heffalumps on crack and Stomp needs to be casted. St. Hell and Les Newbirds. Wait, when did that? Maybe that was an admin win? I don't remember what the hell happened with that game, honestly. Might have been today. Was that ever scheduled? Let me check the schedule. Where is St. Hell and Les Newbirds? Interesting. I don't know what's going on with that one. Is it in replays? No. I guess we'll have to look into that. That one might be an admin win too that I'm not aware of. I was pretty busy this week, so I didn't really keep up with all the pregame chats and stuff like that. But couple more. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, honestly. 2 more 3-0 teams. We're going to see who will be facing off against Big Bang, the other undefeated team. We'll know tomorrow. We got the DE Pathfinders who lost Finneth. So that definitely hurts them. And we have Fruits and Friends who have looked very strong. But I think Pathfinders are still strong enough for that to be competitive and to have a chance to win against Fruits. I think it's been an epic weekend of games, though. Yeah, we're getting hit by some 2-0s. What is up, Lighty? Thank you for the raid. It's interesting timing because we are wrapping up today's stream too. I hope you had a good stream, Lighty. I still got to cast your set. It hasn't, it's going to be casted. It's a replay on the list. I have to go to work soon. But we were just looking at the top dog team. Big Bang. They have played 8 or maybe it's 9 matches this tournament. The only one to take a game against Big Bang is your team. Show me the light. I think that was a close set too. They beat you guys 2-1. So the only undefeated team, the only loss was to your team, Lighty. And yeah, it just shows everyone can die, everyone can lose, even though that team's undefeated. They have dropped a game. Today, they definitely looked really good against, spoiler alert, against the old refugees. I guess if you're looking at this, you are seeing lots of spoilers, but I think most people know. This is the second time this has happened to me where a raid comes in and it's right at the end when I gotta go to work or do something, but it is what it is. We will pay it forward. If you guys got anyone you recommend. Oh, someone already recommended who I raid, actually. Ray sent me something. This is like I think a coaching backseat tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Coach Cass is here. Stellar Mish versus Tantron with T West and Varian. I hope I said that right. as the backseaters. Possibly, unless this is something else, but let's get in there and check it out. GG's, guys. It's been a great weekend. One more set tomorrow live and a few recordings to go for round 4, and then we got the final round of the Swiss Stage Winter Crown Slapdown. I'm your host Spencer with the AoE 2 Underground. I'll see y'all later.